Moana is about a young woman, daughter of the chief of her island, who embarks on a journey to save her family, to save her island, to save the world. She does it with the help of a demigod named Maui, but it's her story, and she's one of the most incredible characters I've ever seen. My favorite types of movies are action movies and musicals, and I think this movie splits the difference exactly. It's a perfect hybrid. I think that the music of the Pacific Islands is so unique and such a part of their rich cultural legacy that it was an opportunity. It's an opportunity to reflect a part of the world that doesn't see themselves on screen very often, and the sound of that is integral to it. So you know, we felt an enormous responsibility in the best way to reflect this culture we'd fallen in love with on screen. Well, the first time I met Ron and John, I said to them, "You're the reason I'm in this room." Sebastian the Crab started singing Under the Sea, and I have not been the same since. And so that's been a thrill. It's what I bring to the table, besides writing music and lyrics, is this love for the animated musical form. I was lucky enough to grow up in that golden run of Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King. Those were my peak years. It was like they came along right when I was ready for them. So I'm thrilled to add to the legacy. We always sort of start with the rhythms of the islands. Opataya, Mark and I would just jam. We'd get on drums and we'd get on guitar and piano. And when it felt like Opataya was like, yeah, this is it. This sounds like us. This sounds like our people. That's when the writing began. And that was a wonderful way to start, because we really felt like we could be accurate and honor this part of the world that sounds like this part of the world. And so that was really fun. And then there's also lots of places where we sort of branch off. When I heard Jermaine Clement was going to play Tamatoa the Crab, I said, oh boy, is this an opportunity. I'm a huge Flight of the Conchords fan, and particularly a fan of their David Bowie homage. So I was like, I've got a jewel-encrusted crab at the bottom of the sea. We're going full glam rock for this. And I got to, indulge all my glam rock, Iggy Pop, Lou Reed, David Bowie fantasies in a Disney movie. Yeah, for me, the song We Know the Way is the best representation of our collaboration on the music team. Opataya wrote the music and the lyrics in Tokelauan. I came up with a counter melody and I wrote the English lyrics. Mark is at the piano while we're all writing and creating alternate chords and voicings and harmonies. And it just happened so organically, and it happened the first weekend we got together. So to me, that's the most emblematic of the spirit of collaboration of this film. I'd be lying if I didn't say my father is singing You're Welcome all the time. It's a perfect suit to his personality in particular, but it's catchy. And sort of really, I really tailor-made that for The Rock, and Dwayne Johnson is he's such a larger-than-life character, and so he really brings the song home. I think what's most thrilling about this story is that you can say it's about a lot of things, but really what it's about is it's about listening to that voice inside you that represents your truest self. Moana has a happy life on this island, and yet there's this voice inside that says you're not meant to be here, you're meant to be out there. And I think one of the hardest things we have to do as people is to listen to that voice, even if it says the opposite of what we're going through or where we are, and honoring that is it's how we grow up and get better.
Hi, it's Valerie here with a little bit of love. Did you know the voice actors of Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse from the 1930s got married in real life? For this and more movie facts, click on more videos.